y'all let women lie just because y'all want to fuck them in their makeup. That's why. That's real shit. That's real shit.
He ain't lying.
Women lie so much. That's why you can't ask them if they're telling the truth when they say they've been. Right?
Tuesday, I like a nigga that like to lay low, spin checks on islands. Ask him if he want to spin a bankroll. No, people was really thinking that I was going through shit. I'm gonna be real, y'all. People kept calling me while I was playing with my pussy, and it broke me down to tears. It broke me down to tears.
Something is wrong with you.
People thought something was going on, babe. I couldn't play with my pussy in a timely fashion.
Now you just sit at home in your grandma's basement with your drawers on, typing on your damn keyboard. Shut the hell up. Come on, man.
Shout out to Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp, Michael Beasley, and the Scallywags that do what Scallywags do. Because I'm going to tell you, for the most part, it's these type of broads in the video. This is how it starts. Their 20s, their 30s, however long they want to be outside. They'll have babies and go back out and do this postpartum. This is usually how it starts. And they're the same ones who'll do anything for your sympathy because they know everyone listens to the of the woman. Oh, he did this and did that. Nah, he just realized what you were. Yeah, he's got some tough decisions to think about and ponder on. Yeah, he's got a succubus to deal with. And like Beasley said, they will lie all the way to the time that child's walking across the graduation stage and beyond. But just wait till her coochie get tired. Then she gonna run in somebody's quote-unquote church. She's gonna swear up and down there's no good men. There's not even no good men in the church. She's gonna tell you that she doesn't have to tell anybody about her past when the scripture clearly tells the man how to love his wife, so he's supposed to know about your past. How about in your present, when you're in your 20s and 30s, you get married ASAP, you do things the right way, and the sooner you do things, the less of a paper trail you have and a past you have, and there's nothing to tell that man, because guess what? When he commits to you, he's committing to God that he's going to take on the assignment of your trauma, of your past. But y'all try to lie to these men because you run into the quote-unquote church with a tired coochie, and now all of a sudden you're celibate now, and you're abstinent now. Come on.
Women don't know how to leave the hero a hero, right?
Yeah.
We over-sexualize these kids as women. Your dad did this to me. Your dad did. Remember we were just talking about kids don't know what they don't know, right?
You were.
Every time since you've been younger, when that mom calls the dad, what the dad say? You better listen to your mom, even
Yes.
if the dad, even if they arguing.
Yes.
Dads know how to keep the hero alive because we know, dogs, right? Mm-hmm. Moms feel. So they tell kids lies in order to be right in their own story. Remember we told Makeup?
Mm-hmm. You know what, Bees? You might be on to something. You might be on to something. See, I had to jump on this because you've been speaking a message I've been preaching for years. But people try so hard. They try so hard to hide under this makeup and hide under this mascara because they don't love the face that's under there. See, us men, we got to deal with us. We can't put on high heels and makeup and all this other crap. They call us cringe. They call us drag. But it's crazy. All those years we saw mugs and drag. And now the new drag queens are the insecure brides who want to hide their real face. You don't love yourselves. And then once the partying is over, once it's time to stop being outside and come in because your coochie's tied, now the man has somehow uncovered who you are, and he has every right to fire you. He has every right to fire the unqualified. And the unfortunate part is because he has children or a child with you, now you're left to those defenses because you ain't going to get a managed child. But you are going to try to fill their heads up with your narrative, your side, your truth, and try to take the hero out of the picture. Yes, that's what they do when they join up with White Zaddy Bees. They try to humble you. That's the new thing today. They try to humble the man. They use courts and systems and all kind of things like that to snatch the resources of a man. But remember, this started with broads being outside, getting scummy drunk, bragging about it. These are, somebody told me earlier, I want to talk about Meg Thee Stallion. It ain't much to talk about. The fact of the matter is, shout out to a brother like Clay who knew from jump what he was in for. He knew from jump. Trust me, he knew from jump.
I want women to watch this. You see how this woman is acting on the side of this man? This is the look on every man's face when you date a 304. This is the look of disdain in every man's heart when he realizes, unfortunately, what he hooked up with.
The wolf in sheep clothing. You can't ask them if they right. You just gotta take the truth, and then now, right, Kobe Bryant is dead now and can't even defend his name.
Kobe Bryant, more facts. And see, your boy Clay was not about to let what happens to most of these regular guys or whatever, or some of his comrades and colleagues in the NBA that just recycle broads and share broads and pass them around amongst each other. Nah, Clay wasn't about to let that go down. He wasn't about to let a broad be walking around with his seed and be put in a position to be crowned and have an unqualified position to steal everything possible that she could from him. And then while he's out doing what he's always done, you get to fill this child's head up with all this foolishness, because at the end of the day, you played outside in your 20s. You played outside in your 30s. You created this ugly, traumatic paper trail where you had body after body to the tune. Some of y'all females probably got 20, 50 bodies y'all had. Even if you had 5, that's too much. Because you just can't risk the possibility of going further than you've ever respected to the point of no return. I guess y'all forgot how Jesus talked to the woman at the well. And I guess you forgot the moment of transparency. See, just like y'all butchered the scripture about how a man find the wife, or whoso find the wife find the good thing and obtain the favor of the Lord, y'all also butcher the scripture when you talk about how a man is supposed to love his wife as Christ loved the church. Okay, finish that scripture and also take the revelation that as Christ. So what Christ is letting you know is that I have a dynamic, and in that dynamic, Christ is always over his disciples. He has the power to choose his disciples. And so when you lock in step with Christ, you have to be honest with Christ. It's not nobody is concerned of what you did in your past. The fact of the matter is, you want a husband so bad, you better come in telling him everything like he's a lawyer, so that nothing comes out in the rinse of the wash that can bite him. But see, y'all be so slick and be so caught up in trying to lie because you know you got all this trauma in bodies to the point where you know you have to keep these secrets from a man, and now he makes a horrible deal that brings his value or credit all the way down in the spirit. So stop always running around talking about you want a man of God, because you really don't want that, because we can see in the spirit. And when we tell you about yourself, either you're going to do one or two things. You're going to run and rebel, or you're going to submit and be transparent like the woman at the well and walk in salvation so your journey can be strong. Most of y'all ain't never going to do that because you're so worried about how you look. How about you do that in your 20s? How about you do that in your 30s? A lot of y'all playing outside now. God so help you to see your 40s. You ain't even thinking down the line that far. You just living life, being outside, having fun, and thinking that it's all gravy. But it's going to come back to you at some point. Trust me, as the old people used to say, live long enough, and I promise you, we're going to be right back to this point right here. Mark my words. But until then, brothers, you cooked.
Goodbye, Grace.
I'm up out of here. I ain't going to play with her. I'm out, baby. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell.